Hey guys, firstly I'm back with a brand new video and I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe, and I'm very excited to be filming this video because one, it's a bit different, but also it's something that I have been doing on my channel since I can remember. Obviously, as you can tell by the title, you guys might know what it is. Obviously you will know what it is. So we're gonna get straight onto this point of this video because I don't want to keep babbling on, and this year I'm trying to cut down on that and just, you know, be myself, and just obviously my hands are back to doing what I've always been doing, which is so annoying, but we move, guys. We actually move. But yeah, I know, guys, this is probably coming out really late. Like, I know we're literally coming to the end of January and I'm doing this kind of video. We are what we are at this point in time. But yeah, is to be myself. Sometimes, you know, what I mean by that is that sometimes I would always put my friends and my family first than anything else, and I always do that. I've always been doing that since the day I was born. I would always put myself last than everybody else, and I know I should be the first person I think of. I sacrifice myself. My personality doesn't let me do that sometimes, you know, because I'm always that nicey person. I'm always that goody two-shoe. I always want to make sure that my family and my friends are happy or taken care of, or find ways to make them happy, and I've always done it, and it's not like I'm going to change that. I'm just going to change the way I do it, if that makes sense. So sometimes I'll take care of myself, I'll think of myself, but then there'll be sometimes where I'll think of others before myself. So that's kind of like a balance between the two. So I'm not limiting myself, or I'm not eliminating myself in that, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, so to be able to just put myself first sometimes this year would be something that I would like to improve on or like change. The second thing is also to take myself out on dates by myself. And it's not like I don't like going out with my friends, because that's the least of the truth. I love going out with my friends. I love hanging out with my friends, you know, seeing their faces, seeing the smile on their faces, you know, just, you know, cheering them up. And you know, sometimes, you know, you always have to take care of yourself. Obviously, self-care, self-love, that's the main reason. It's basically self-love, loving yourself more than others. And also, that's kind of another thing, is to be able to take care of myself, to buy stuff for myself, to spend on me, you know, and to just, you know, do stuff that makes me happy, to like hang out with friends. That kind of like doesn't make it anyway. Clothes, buy yarn, buy stuff for my iPad, stuff for my Instagram account, like do some illustrations, crochet cardigans, crochet plushies. Like, I know this is so unrelevant, but I kind of crocheted myself a turtle, and her name is Jelly, and in this flat we all love her, so she's kind of our pet in this flat, which we all love. So to be able to do that, you know, to be able to obviously love myself by doing all this kind of stuff, which would be something that I want to do this year. So my last thing on this category is to also take care of my mental health, because like I said in my last video, my mental health was really took a toll on me, like literally before Christmas. So to make sure that my mental health is on top of everything else, to make sure that I'm happy, to make sure that nothing drains me, or to make sure that, you know, I'm happy, that I get better, and that I probably will talk to somebody. If not, yeah, to just get better, really, to just, you know, make sure that if anything happens, you know, to take a break, to go home if I have to, you know, and to just take that break, because we all deserve it, we all need it, and refresh ourselves, if that makes sense. It's like this whole procrastination started all the way back in college, and it would really get that bad where I would get 3 hours of sleep every single night, because I would be doing my work literally throughout the night, procrastinating, watching movies, watching Netflix all through the night till the next day, and I would only get 3 hours of sleep, and it would get so bad to a point where I'm actually sleep deprived, where I'm actually, you know, procrastination did not stop there. It came with me, it followed me all the way to uni, and it has been getting to me since last year. And that's how like my mental health got affected by procrastination and by being sleep deprived. And I know obviously to fix that is to sleep on time, sleep early, but it's not easy for everybody, and it's not easy for me, you know, because sometimes, you know, obviously I don't like sleeping. I don't know why, I just don't like sleeping. I mean, I love sleeping at the same time, because I don't want to wake up, and I want to, you know, because when I do sleep, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to, you know, wake up and go to class. I would just want to sleep all day, you know, sleeping, do all kind of stuff. But at night, I just don't like sleeping. I just despise it. I strongly dislike sleeping. But then when I do sleep, I love it. So it's kind of in the middle, and I don't know why. And I know I should be loving I should love going to sleep early. I should be taking like 8 hours of sleep. I just don't, you know. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, I need to sleep, Nicole. You need to sleep, Nicole, because you have a 10 a.m. to 5 the next day and you need energy for that. I say that to myself every single time. It just doesn't work out the way I want to. So this year I want to be able to stop procrastination less. I'm not saying that I will stop for good. My advice is to do not procrastinate, but I also, obviously, I cannot be the one to talk because obviously I do that a lot. So for this one, it's something that obviously I need to learn this year, and obviously I should have been doing this every year, every single day, and that is basically being healthy and being like having a wellness mind, if that makes sense. So before I used to always do a takeaway. I would always go to McDonald's like a ridiculous time of the night or day. So sometimes I'll go at 2 a.m. Sometimes I will just, you know, order it online on Uber Eats. I would just always buy, and it would really constantly, it would eat me whole, guys. It would literally eat my bank account. Like my bank account sometimes shouts at me at how much takeaways I get. Like it literally shouts. It literally shouts at me, and it bites me in the butt sometimes, because sometimes I always regret it, but at the same time I just can't help myself because it's that good. Okay, so basically every year I tell myself I'm gonna get healthy, I'm gonna go to the gym, and it never turns out to be the plan. So I need to stop lying to myself and making things that I'm actually saying but not doing, if that makes sense. So like everybody says to me around that action speaks louder than words, and I haven't been doing that. So obviously this year I'm going to stop saying, you know, I'm going to stay healthy by going to the gym, by doing this, by doing that, when it never happens. So this year it will be more like to keep myself healthy, but also keep my brain healthy, if that makes sense as well. So like less takeaways and more cooking, helping my brain to understand that, you know what, you need to stop taking away, buying unhealthy food that, you know what, is doing nothing for your body but your cravings, if that makes sense. This is something that I have been doing ever since I was in secondary school, and something that I need to change and something that I need to improve on is by beating myself up every single time something doesn't go my way. I'm like that kind of person that will always, you know, if I do something wrong, if there's a mistake I do, if I say something wrong that might offend other people, or something that is, I always tell myself it's all my fault. Like I can never say anything right, I can never do anything right, I can always, you know, I'm always doing this, I'm always doing something wrong, and there's nothing I can do to change. But always beat myself off it, because if I don't, then it will, or like if I don't beat myself off it, I'm doing something wrong and I'm not being human. So this year is to just realize that sometimes there will be times where I will be doing something wrong, and there will be ups and there will be downs, but it won't be my responsibility to always be able to fix it. Because obviously some things you can't fix, so you can't go back in time to forget to remove what you said, or like take back what you said, because obviously you can't go back and to fix that. So obviously to be able to fix that, you have to, you know, obviously maybe to apologize, you know, I didn't mean that, I didn't mean for you to take that way, that was not my intentions, you know. That's all you can do, because you can't go back and, you know, take back what you said, because obviously you can't go back to the past, if that makes sense. I also realized that, you know, I'm only human and I'm not a machine, I'm not a robot. I can, you know, do everything at fast pace, and, you know, and just to always realize that, you know, there's always going to be mistakes, mishaps that I will do. Be times where, you know what, I did this wrong, I've done this to somebody, I offended this person, and all that kind of stuff, but to also just learn from it and to never make that mistake again. So like you learn from what you did, and to just learn that, you know what, okay, this is what I've done wrong, this is what I can do to improve, and this is what I can do to stop it. And by doing that, you have learned from your mistakes, you've learned from that mishap, so you've learned not to do it the next time it happens, and to change how you say it, what you say to that person, because you don't want to offend them, and that's not your intention. Focus on my career goals, to figure out what I'm good at and to do more of it. So for example, I'm good at crocheting, like I like to believe I'm good at it, and to be able to do that further on. So like what I can do with that. So what can I do with crochet? I can make an Instagram account to show you guys what I do in the behind the scenes, or I can open an Etsy store and, you know, make custom crochet stuff for my friends, for my family, for complete strangers, to you guys. So that's something I'm good at, and that's just an example of what I'm good at, or what I think I'm good at. And I know many people don't know what they want to do in their career, and I don't blame you, and it's very understandable because I'm one of them. I'm literally the top of the list of things of people that don't know what I want to do in their career. Like, I'm a graphic designer. Well, I'm studying to be a graphic designer, but I don't know what I want to do with that, if that makes sense. I don't know if I want to go down the typography. I don't know if I want to go into the branding career, animation, or book cover, or publishing, all that kind of stuff, or illustration, drawings. I don't know which career I want to go down to. That's very understandable because obviously I'm still in second year, and I know by the end of the year I hopefully will have an idea of which one I want to go into. You know, I know for 100% what I don't want to go into, but I don't know what I want to. So that's kind of figure out, do my research on every project. So this is like an activity or like a task that I would advise you guys to do, or like something that you guys can do to help yourself figure out what kind of career you want to go into. So for every project I get in university, it's like for every brief, they always tell us to always come up with 3 design ideas to what I could potentially do for my final outcome or for my final idea. So what I'm asking you guys to do, what's something you guys can do, you don't have to do this, this is something you guys can do if you want to, and that is to basically come up with 3 ideas that you want to achieve either this year, or better yet, 3 career routes that you are thinking of doing. Write that down in your notebook or your journal, you know, like highlight it, you know, make notes on why, you know, just basically hone in on those career routes, and to write down either beside it or underneath it or top of it, or do it in the mind map sort of way. Research those ideal routes. So do your research. So basically, why do you want to do it? How do you get there? What kind of skills or experience do you need? What subjects do you need to be able to study to get to that career? For example, let's say this is completely random and they're all going to be very different. But 1, I could either want to be a graphic designer, obviously that I am. 2, I could be a maths teacher. 3, I want to be an IT manager or an IT. Like I said, these are all random stuff, and these are all stuff that do not matter. My job would be why do I want to be a graphic designer? Why do I want to be a maths teacher? Why do I want to be an IT assistant? Figure that out. I would research why I want to do it. What skills do I need to be able to be? What subjects do I need to learn in school, college, university to be able to be that? Do I have to do a master's? Do I have to be able to be a graphic designer or a math teacher or an IT assistant? To do some research on what you want to do would also be something to help you figure out what kind of career you want to go down in. And this is basically honing on to people that are in secondary school or like in secondary school or college, because you're still obviously still not in university, and obviously by university you need to choose like one subject to do. So obviously this would help you get there. So by figuring out your why, how you're gonna get there, where you wanna go as well, that's also important. You have to figure out which university you wanna go to. This is basically my career goals that I wanna do in my future, and how I would do it. So my career goals: 1, to finish my degree. 2, to have a successful business in every business venture that I go down, and have a successful YouTube channel. So those are my career goals I wanna do this year. So how I would get there, why I wanted to be a graphic, why do I want to finish my degree? Because I worked so hard to come into second year to not finish my degree, and also because I love my degree as well. So how I would get there, to be on top of my projects, to not get behind, to stop procrastinating. That's my first goal. And my second goal is to that. Where do I go to that? Obviously, I'm in university. I'm at the university that I think is best for my course. How badly do I want to finish my degree? So badly to a point where, you know what, I'm pulling all-nighters sometimes. Having a successful business. Why do I want a successful business? To be able to not be able to work a 9 to 5. To be able to, you know, live the lifestyle I want. To be able to, you know, just have, you know, pocket money, or like money that I can, you know, save up for like a house, a car, like to buy the clothes I want, or to be able to, you know, be happy with myself. I'll get there by having my business, by uploading stuff to my Etsy store, or my shops, or my Instagram, to be updated updating my stuff, adding more stuff to my list. Having a successful channel. Why do I want a successful channel? Because I love talking to a camera. I like being myself. I like talking, even though sometimes you might not understand me. Sometimes I'm not looking at the camera. Sometimes I'm very inconsistent. I still like talking to you guys. I still like talking to a camera. That's why I want to start to have a successful YouTube channel. How will I get there? By being consistent, which day works, by putting out videos that I would like to put on, not because of what people want me to put on, to be able to film videos that I would like to put on my channel, because this is my channel, this is nobody else's, this is mine, and I should treat it as my own, as a business, as this, as that. How badly do I want it? I want it so badly, I want to be able to have a successful channel. So by uploading try to upload 2 times a week. This is something that I've been doing ever since college or secondary school, and that was to, and I need to stop, and it's obviously stop comparing myself to others, and it's very easy to consume yourself around people that do amazing at what they do, that are great, that are, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, it's breathtaking, and then you look at yours and it's just mediocre. It's mediocre, it's okay, it's not the greatest, and all that kind of stuff. And that is what I have been doing. I compare to myself to others that do great, that do amazing, and we're all doing the same kind of things, but obviously we're completely different people, and I just look at them and I'm just like, whoa. So like some of my course friends, some of my best friends that are in my course, I look at their work and I'm like, that's just really good, and how talented they are. Sometimes I wish I could do what they do. Sometimes I wish I could do what they did in their sketchbook, what they've done and what they can do, and have that mindset to be able to do what they do. It makes yourself, doubt yourself when you're good at it. Like, it doubts yourself why you chose the subjects, why you did that and why you did that, and it just really make me stop, and it'll always put me down because I'm not good at it. I would always find somebody's work amazing or great, whoever that person is, and I would say it puts my work to shame, because my work, like, if I compare it like side to side, somebody else's work and mine, I would want to literally rip out all the pages in my book and start again, because of how badly I've done it. How be like, oh, what can I do to become that person? What can I do to make my work great like them? If that makes sense. And it would really affect me so much, to the point where I'll be having breakdowns, I'll be crying, I'll be like, this is stressing me out, this is doing this to me, this is doing that to me. Yeah, I'll stop doing that for good after this video. I will stop doing that, because obviously, who is that going to benefit? Like, who is comparing myself to others benefiting? Because I know it's not benefiting them, and I know definitely it's not benefiting me at all. It's not benefiting me at all, like, completely at all. And to realize all I can do is my best every single day, and to be proud of myself, because I'm still here, I'm still in university, I'm still in second year, and I'm thriving it. And to be able to to realize that, what, your work is good, your work, you shouldn't compare yourself to somebody else's work, because somebody else has a different mindset to you. And I'm not saying that theirs is great and yours is bad. It's not bad, it's just how you do it to others, okay? Because, for example, I did a challenge where I would do Annabelle, one of my best friends, Annabelle's work ethic, where she'd be going into the studio every single day from 10 to 5, even on days where she doesn't need to be. And it works for her, and it works perfectly for her, whether she goes in the studio 10 to 5 every single day. But for me, it doesn't work like that, because I get tired pretty easily, I procrastinate really easily, and whereas she doesn't, but I do that. But that works for me, and that wouldn't work for her, because that person that will work hard for what she does. She's the kind of person that does well in her degree, that does this, does that, goes beyond and above to get to where she is right now. And she's probably gonna be watching this right now, and but I'm just saying that, for example, Jasmine, like my other best friend, she does what she does is basically something similar to me, is that she will only go in when she needs to go in, and that works for her. Sometimes I would go to the studio and do work, but she works well in her room. and that is something she's good at, and that is something obviously I see it in her work. And sometimes she may not believe that she's talented, but she is. Like, she is so talented, and I'm just like, what do you do? Can give me some tips, give me some tips on what I can do, because I'm just like, third, I compare myself to others. I could connect with other people and connect with them and to see what they do and figure out how I can do to make mine better, or to make mine great, to make mine not the same great as theirs, because I don't want to outshine them, and I do not want to take their creativity and copy them. I don't want to outshine them. Like I said, I don't want them to feel like, oh, she's copying me, this is that. No, to figure out how I can do mine better to my liking and to make mine different to others. It benefits me by being happy, by being able to, you know, be surrounded by great people, you know, because you're surrounded by great people, it will motivate you to do well, to make you be happy, and to just, you know, create. And that's like my end goal for this year, and as well as my degree in university. So obviously, to make this year a year that I will make mistakes, to learn from my mistakes, to realize that yes, there will be mistakes. Yes, there will be times where we will be struggling, but then there will also be times where I'll be celebrated, I'll be happy, I'll be doing well, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And that is basically what life is about. It's about making mistakes, but also learning from them, but also celebrating your mistakes, because your mistakes have made you who you are today. Because all the mistakes I have done in my life have made me who I am today. I haven't been surrounding myself with great people in secondary school and college. In secondary school, I surrounded myself with horrible people, like awful people that did not benefit me in any kind of way, that made me feel like, you know what, I'm not liked, if that makes sense. That nobody likes me because I'm this, I am that, you know. In secondary school, it just made my school year awful, horrible. But now in university, I'm surrounded by great people, i.e., like I said, I am living with great people. I'm living with people that likes me. Well, I hope they do, but that makes me happy, and that makes me want to be surrounded by more people. I'm surrounded by people, my best friends, outside my college, outside my flatmate. And yes, I am probably going to make mistakes with them. Yes, I'm going to say things that might offend them to a point where, you know what, they might change their opinions about me. But I need to celebrate those mistakes. I need to celebrate, you know, being happy. I need to celebrate all this kind of stuff. Because like I said, there will be struggles, but there will also be times to celebrate and to be happy and to just be grateful. And I'm obviously grateful for every single thing I do and everything I'm going to do this year, but to be able to have a good year, to be able to accept my mistakes, don't blame myself, don't beat myself up, and to just, you know, give myself my break, give myself a break, because I'm only human, and I can only do what's best. I can only do my best every single day. But above all, to leave things in God's hand, because all He does is do all good stuff in my life. And that's a good way to end this by saying, yes, there you guys go. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I know I talked so much in this video. I did so much of this stuff, and I know, and I do apologize, but this is also something that I felt really important to me. If you want to hear some more inspiration or like all that kind of stuff, all you have to do is subscribe to me, and also hit the notification bell while you're at it, because you don't want to miss out on any of my videos come in, because I've got so many videos I want to do this year, and I've got so many videos planned and filmed and edited. I just need to upload them on the times where I need to be uploaded. Pray for you guys. I pray for you every single day. I pray for you in my prayer book, and I just hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Stay blessed.